was told that's what you should say to the people in the north to say hi. Glad to be here. And I will talk about binary brewing and playing around with FrankenPHP's capabilities of creating static binaries. I am Boas Falke. I'm working for BitExpert. It's one of the sponsors, and yeah, we are doing software for quite some time now. Started to work with PHP with them 5 years ago, and haven't gone away since then. It's yeah, nice time. And before we get started with the topic, I wanted to ask you a quick question. Could everyone who plays an instrument raise their hand? Oh, that's really a lot of people. Wouldn't have thought that. Yeah, well, maybe you can relate then. What's the best thing of playing an instrument? I guess for many it is being creative, having the possibility to create some sounds in your mind and then expressing them, entertaining others. But what's the worst thing about playing an instrument? Well, for me personally, it's always the setup. I would play more often if the setup was easier, but you have to get the guitar out, you have to plug everything in, and you know, all of that is keeping you sometimes from starting again. But yeah, all of the setup can be annoying and tricky. And I thought that it's similar to PHP actually, or to coding in general, but especially PHP, because PHP is such a versatile language. You can use it to create awesome applications. You are very free in whatever you want to do. PHP is able to do it, basically. But the whole setup is a little bit annoying. The whole setup is a little bit, it feels old, not too good. So that could keep you from starting building an application with PHP. Wouldn't it be nice if, yeah, getting a PHP application would be as easy as just taking out a flute? Et voila, and you're good to go. Yeah, can it be this easy? Let's see why it is actually a little bit hard. So for most of our applications, for our deployments, we have those 4 base points. We have our web server usually. Then there needs to be some kind of server API that is able to communicate with our PHP application and the web server. And yeah, then we usually have some kind of database that is also part of our application. And for example, the most common server API is probably PHP FPM. It's been there for quite some time. And yeah, it's for you on your server or on your local machine for development, you mostly need 2 containers, one with the web server and one with your PHP application, and they need to communicate. You need to do some Docker setup and stuff like that, and it's a little bit annoying. And we are really glad that we have Kevin and all the awesome people from FrankenPHP that came up with the idea of combining all of that, putting the S API, the web server, and the PHP application basically all together. And yeah, it's really nice that we have you. Thanks a lot for your work. And if you want to know more details about how FrankenPHP works and why it works the way it does, feel free to check out Kevin's talks from SymphonyCon and other conferences where he explains it very, very good. So we won't go into detail in this talk. So thanks for bringing it into life. And we have now FrankenPHP, which is one service. You can use it with production, with your CI pipeline. You can use it on your local setup. It's a custom build of Caddy, and it's really simplifying my whole setup. It's like as easy as just putting out a flute and start being creative, creating a whole symphony just with a click of a button, basically. Caddy also comes with a worker mode, and when speaking with Kevin this morning, he also teased that there are some changes to come, or some updates to the worker mode that make it even better. So you can expect great for the future. Caddy also supports 103 early hints, which is, for example, not possible with a classic FPM setup. So another advantage. And it comes with the possibility to build static binaries. So that's a really nice niche feature, you could think in the beginning, but it can be very useful as well. And especially about the static binaries we will focus on now. So static binaries, they can be very useful when you have unconventional deployment environments. Little story time, we have a customer where they wanted to replace a barcode scanner with a Raspberry Pi that receives the barcode information via a web request, but should still work as an input device on the machine where it's replacing the barcode scanner. It's a very unconventional system, but we made it work with a static binary. Also, you can. It's very easy to have file system interactions. You can do schedule tasks very easily with those binaries. You don't need to set up an Ophelia Docker container that is then managing all of that. It's just a lot of overhead. You don't have to do the system mounts and stuff like that. So it's really simplifying things that you just have this one binary. And it's easy to distribute. If you have a product or some kind of application and you have a new release, you could just distribute this one binary and that your users then can just download and use. And that can be very convenient. And we thought, because it's as easy as just distributing this binary, why not automate the process of generating this binary in our GitLab CI? We use GitLab in our company. So we'll quickly check out our GitLab CI. I'll guide you through it quickly. So first of all, we use the FrankenPHP static builder image from Kevin to do this. We only want to do a new binary release on every commit tag. Then we need to prepare the project, so basically archive it, just get all of the code in one place. Then we can dump all of our environment variables. And as you can see here, this is also good to have all of your secrets just in the GitLab. You can have different environments there also for testing and production if you want to distribute it like that, for example. So you can have all of that in your GitLab credentials and then just use it here in your pipeline. Then you do some cleanup, like remove unnecessary folders that you don't want in your application when it ships. You install all of your composer requirements. And then it's already time to build the binary, which is also not hard. As you can see here, we are using this static PHP CLI. It's an awesome tool that was built to do exactly that, to create a standalone PHP binary for general use. It comes with dependency management, supports installation of different types of PHP extensions. So basically everything that you need in one go. And once this is done, this takes a little bit of time because it does some UPX compression at the end. It's really good, but it takes a lot of time because UPX doesn't allow multi-threading. So even the most basic app takes around 10 minutes, but you can skip that with a flag if you like, and do your own compression or just don't compress it at all. And then you are left with this FrankenPHP Linux x86-64 binary that you can copy somewhere, upload, artifact, and then use this artifact in a release. And this is all. So this is just to show you, even a guy like me, he's not into DevOps a lot. Even myself was able to create this pipeline and make my application shippable, basically. So if I was able to do it, you will be for sure. You end up with your release, and I wanted to show you quickly the binary itself, what it can do, how it looks like if you want to use it then. So we have a mail server in this quick example. I'm going to show you this small application. It is able to detect if a file is old on the file system and then send an email or another command to move the file, and we'll quickly go through. So if I go in this, you can see there's this binary, it's called file mover. I just spin up the web server. Then you can see in the, it's serving this awesome page. And while this is running, let's quickly create two files, one that is 5 minutes old and one that's a little bit older. And then we can just use our binary to execute a Symfony command that will send a notification. So if we check now, we have a new mail that says, hey, there's a stale file. And yeah, we can also move that file if we want. And just like that, we will end up with this stale file in the destination folder. And you can see the whole binary was really easy to use. You can use the CLI alongside the web server at the same time. And you could use that, for example, for those scheduled tasks that I was talking about earlier. It's just very convenient if your application does a lot, or some maintenance or logging tools or something like that. That's what this was used for in our case. I also put up a small demo project with all of that in GitHub, and I created the same pipeline for GitHub Actions. So if you want to check that out, feel free to scan the QR code. And there's also a blog post that I wrote. It's also in there in the README. You can find it. So if you want to have some more information or some discussions, feel free to just drop a message there.